Hey, welcome to the Follow Through. I'm Pastor Fred. Great to have you with us. I hope you're having a great day. I want to encourage you today, just in the face of adversity, in the face of difficulties. Maybe you're a preacher. Maybe you're just new to the faith, or you've had faith for a long time. Jesus saved you a long time ago, and but it just becomes increasingly more difficult to let people know that truth, and you feel shut down. And all of that happens, and I'm here to tell you, yeah, it does, and I get it, and there's so many others that stand with you in that faith, and Paul's one of them. In 2 Corinthians chapter 4, we're going to finish up our week in this section with verse 12. Again, this is his perspective on his life. He's not fooling himself. He's not sugarcoating anything. He says, so death is at work in us, but life in you. Let me read that one more time. It's a very short verse. So death is at work in us, but life in you. In other words, he's saying that doesn't matter what happens to him. It really doesn't. No, he's not being crazy. He's not being, taking, needless risks. He's not trying to drum up problems and stir people up and all of that. He's just telling people about Jesus. And at that time, it wasn't legal. It was frowned upon, and people didn't like it, and they would try to shut it down. In fact, Paul was one of those people. So he knows where that's coming from. He knows where that motivation is, and it's not a good one. It's not a godly one. And so he's saying, look, as he said earlier in this chapter, they just face death all the time. They're being threatened, they get thrown in jail. There's mobs that come. There was one time when Paul where they just hurled rocks at him and they thought he was dead. So this dude is literally left for dead. His friends get him to safety, and before long he's back preaching. And that's an incredible perspective. He's like, you're just not going to stop him. And that's the whole point. It's not that he doesn't have a death wish or anything. But what he's saying is this life that Jesus has given to him, and this life that Jesus has given to me, means more than anything. More than anything. It's how Luther, right? Martin Luther, back in the 1500s, he wrote, "A mighty fortress is our God." Check out the lyrics to that sometime. And he says, "Take they my house, goods, fame, child, spouse, though these all be gone, yet the victory's won." Right? He's saying, look, you could take it all from me. Take my life even. But guess what? The devil doesn't win. Why? Because Jesus already won. He's the mighty fortress, right? His victory stands, and it stands forever. There's nothing the devil can do to wipe that out. Nothing you can do. Now, he can tempt me, he can torture me, he can try to distract me, and that's what he does all the time. But I'm here to tell you, just stay focused, just continue to stay in the Word, continue to pray, continue to surround yourself with people who are going to pray with you, and they're going to help you, and they're going to support you, they're going to lift you up, so that you can know that, man, you're not in this fight alone. That we are there, and we just want to change the world. We want people to know that God loves them, that He cares about them. We want to be this force for good in a world of darkness, in a world of meanness and death and hatred and bitterness and anger. That we're going to bring this incredible truth of Jesus, who allowed them to kill Him, right? Who willingly laid His life down for us so that we might live. That's our perspective. That's what we want to see, so that others might be able to live eternally. That's what my life's about. I'm praying that's what your life is about as well. I hope this encourages you. If it does, please hit that subscribe button, share this with somebody, and we'll talk to you next time for another follow through.